Hey guys, today I wanted to address something from the other day when I put up a video, but it was quickly taken down because I learned that I had made a mistake in the presentation. I was confused as to Safari on Mac when I'm on YouTube. The tabs were being interpreted as one tab and I couldn't click on any of them. And the tabs were community, playlists,
home, videos, playlists, community, store.
These tabs.
On community, playlist, videos.
So when I was on a channel and I wanted to see all the videos, not just the ones that YouTube thinks that you should watch, it's just a few that they put up. They're like popular and they're from all different times. They might not even just be from the same time frame. I was like, I couldn't understand why I couldn't click on each individual one because it seemed like it was just one tab when it wasn't. And I had brought out my Windows computer with JAWS, and each tab was individual and I could click on the videos tab or playlist tab. So I thought at first that it was something to either do with Safari or with YouTube, and I even talked to a tech support worker and she thought maybe it was something on YouTube's end, but I couldn't do like a screen sharing thing. So I just want to address my mistake because I thought that it was something to do with that, but it wasn't. It was my fault for not knowing a setting in VoiceOver that changes the way VoiceOver interprets a web page, and it can either group items or it could be in DOM order. And the DOM order seems to work for YouTube, where each tab is individual. And I found that both settings are best with certain websites. So sometimes I might switch it, and it's not hard to switch it. It's once you get used to where the setting is. So I was now that I showed how each tab, I might not be able to show it in terms of the computer being close enough to the phone for visual effect to be able to see it, but
videos.
They're definitely all there. Oops.
Home. You are currently on a home videos.
Okay.
You are currently on a tab to select.
So now I'm gonna just explain how you find the setting. You switch tasks first.
Voiceover utility with.
I switch tasks with command tab. So now I'm in. Oops.
Switch to large window.
I didn't mean to do that.
On a button. Close button. You are. Speak the following greeting after login.
Okay. So I'm in VoiceOver utility, and VoiceOver utility is how you can set anything with VoiceOver to be different, and it's on my dock. You can also get to VoiceOver utility when you go to system preferences and then go to accessibility, and then you go to VoiceOver, the VoiceOver tab, and then into VoiceOver utility, and it's in there, but it's on my desk or on my dock. So right now,
welcome to macOS. Speak the following greeting after utility categories.
I'm on utility categories, which is first when you get into VoiceOver utility.
Categories.
And then I'm going to go into the categories by pressing Control Option Shift down arrow, sorry.
In utility categories, General
selected.
Verbosity, speech, navigate web.
And I'm on web now, because web is where you want to be to change the setting. And then I'm going to go out of the list by pushing Control Option Shift up arrow.
Out of utility category, navigation. General, you are currently on a tab. Web loader. You are navigate web pages by.
So you're going to go to navigate web pages by, and you just keep arrowing right till you get to that. And then you're going to see two different settings.
DOM order, navigate web pages by.
There's DOM order
grouping items, navigate web pages.
And grouping items. And the grouping items was what I had selected previously. And that's why on YouTube it looked like one tab instead of divided tabs where you could click on each one. And so I had to select the DOM order, which is the first setting, and that helped with YouTube. And both of these settings are probably best with different kinds of websites depending on their structure, I've noticed. So I can switch back and forth. So you just go into Voiceover Utility, and then you go into the categories list, and then you pass general, and
order, navigate web pages by. You are currently on web loader.
And then you get to
you
get to web,
two.
the tab for web, and then
web loader, navigate web pages by.
And then you go to the navigate web pages by, and then you select either the first or second option, and the first one helps with YouTube. And YouTube is not the easiest interface to navigate anyway without a mouse, but I'm getting better with it now that I'm getting used to the way this is set up with DOM order. So it's kind of a learning experience that I'm just learning. But yeah, I thought it had to do with something on Safari's end or YouTube, but it wasn't. It was my fault for not knowing, but that's what I had made the video about. But the second half of the video, when I talked about web accessibility, that part still stands true, or holds true, because it's still super important, and I know I made a whole video on that, web accessibility and stuff, because like I've gone to websites where, say it's like a cat rescue site, where you can learn about different cats that they have and try to apply to adopt one. And that's not my plan. Like, I don't want to do that, but I've seen a lot of stuff on social media that they post, so I just want to check out their website and just see how accessible it is. And the one I went to, the form that you fill out to actually get a cat seemed pretty accessible, but they do want you to type in a name of a cat that you found on their website that you might be interested in, and they would see if you're a good match for that cat. But the text that says introducing our cats, it just says, our cats or something, and there's no link to click on so you can see them. And I looked all around and I couldn't find one. Or I didn't look, I listened, I used my arrow keys and rotor and all that, web rotor on my Mac to try and figure it out, but I couldn't. So just things like that. I know that I've read articles where people tried to apply to get a vaccine, and certain sites that they were going to apply were not accessible, and they had to have sighted co-workers or family members or friends help them navigate and apply online. So it is important. It helps in all kinds of ways, whether you are trying to get access to info about COVID or vaccines. Not that I want to get into all that, but or if you want to adopt a cat, or you want to shop online, or you want to any number of things. It's important that we all have that equal access. So that's why I kind of got into that, and I was a little on the boisterous side, but I guess I was just upset because I didn't know, well, not I guess, but I didn't know anything about this setting. Well, I seen the settings before, but I didn't know how to apply them and know that, if I change the setting, now I have access to the website in a different format, so now I can view it differently. So it's still a learning experience. The Mac I currently have is my third Mac, but the Mac that I had in the middle, the Mac Air, that was the one I learned way more stuff, like how to update it and do backups and like all kinds of stuff like that. And so now it's a lot more learning with interacting with different settings and stuff, and just kind of get deeper into just the Mac OS itself and VoiceOver and everything and how it works with different stuff. So it's a learning experience. I know a lot more with iPhone and iPad than I do Mac, but I've learned so much in the past year or so. And the fun thing is then I can bring it to YouTube and explain what I learned. And sometimes I make mistakes like that one, but I just wanted to clear that up. So hopefully that made sense to people. I hope you liked today's video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I apologize that I can't put the computer in line with the phone when it's just me doing the presentations by myself. But we're working on something's coming in the mail that might be able to help me do more videos by myself if I want to show the screen and try to explain what I'm doing. But yeah, so thank you.
Viewfinder. Stop recording video button.